Kelly, Tyler, it hasn't been that pronounced yet, but could it be the beginning of a trend? That's what some traders are wondering right now, because that fast food restaurant trade has been a consensus upside mover and driver for the outperformance in the consumer discretionary sector so far in 2019. As you can see there, that red line consumer discretionary outperforming for the better part of at least the second half of this year, the overall S&P 500, and they're now about 2%, 200 basis points apart in performance. One place to look is in a name like Starbucks for the restaurant side of things, because it's been a run towards record highs for those shares. But ever since, you can see here on that right-hand side of the chart, it's record highs just in the last couple of months here. That's been at a 10 to 11% pullback that you're seeing on the right-hand side there. It is indicative of other restaurant stocks as well. So in the S&P 500, restaurant stocks, have they fallen out of favor or flavor, if you will? There, forgive the pun, please. Chipotle shares, record high run. They're now just about 2% away from record highs. Not bad, not big deal, but could it be the beginning of something bigger? McDonald's shares, 3% below its recent record highs, 5% below for Yum's recent highs, and then Darden Restaurants is now down 8% from its recent highs. So as we talk about restaurant stocks, could these be the ones who have a little bit more to talk about, guys? Back over to you.
All right, Dom, thank you. Let's dig deeper into why some fast food has lost some sizzle. Bob Derrington is Managing Director and Senior Research Analyst at Telsey Advisory. Bob, what's going on in the restaurant business?
You know, I think there's a level of uncertainty as you know, your program has talked about, you know, the issues around, you know, our president, around trade. You know, I think early in September, you know, I guess around mid-September, we saw the bombing of Iran by within Saudi Arabia. You know, I think there's a number of issues consumers are concerned about. Uncertainty clearly is one of the biggest. And I think that's what really hurts restaurant sales.
Let me understand. I mean, are you saying that the bombing in Saudi Arabia, the president's domestic political troubles, the China stalemate are causing people to stay home and not eat, or what? I'm not sure I get the nexus. So just play it out for me a little.
You know, there's essentially three categories within the industry: casual dining, sit-down restaurants,
right,
fast food, and fast casual. You know, typically, when in times of uncertainty, the first thing consumers will do is pause, rather than take the family out to dinner. Mm-hmm. They may go to a breakfast stop on the way to work or a lunch stop while they're at work. Those are more hygienic level, you know, uses. However, at dinner time, that's where the pause typically starts. And I think that's the slowdown that we've seen, especially here in September.
So what does that imply for where I should put my money if I'm inclined to invest in restaurant stocks right now?
Given the pullback we've seen in some of these names, I'm more comfortable recommending names, fast food names, where the consumer is clearly entrenched, will continue to spend, where, you know, McDonald's has pulled back a little bit. That's a name that I like. You know, Jack in the Box has also pulled back. They've had some pretty good operating trends. That's another name that I like. And oh, by the way, Wendy's as well. They're poised for very good trends in the second half of this year and potentially into next year.
So we like Jack, Mac, and Wendy. That sounds good. Bob Derrington,
yes.
Thanks, man.
Sounds like someone...